based in the UK, but with offices and personnel all around the world. And it's an honor to join you today at this mentorship gathering of the Global Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network. Your commitment to shaping a better world through food systems is nothing short of inspiring. When we talk about food, we can think about what's on our plate today. But the truth is, the food system is about so much more than that. It's the foundation of our health, the health of our planet, and the health of generations to come. What we do in the fields, in the markets, in the supermarkets today will determine the climate, ecosystems, and soils of tomorrow. Every choice matters. I want to make one thing absolutely clear, and that is that your work on food systems is hugely important. In fact, it's central to solving some of the greatest challenges that humanity faces today. The food system is not just about feeding people, it's about sustaining life in all its forms, human, animal, and the environment. I speak to you not only as someone passionate about this cause, but as someone deeply involved in global efforts to transform food systems. As Divine has already mentioned, he and I worked very closely in 2021. We had the privilege of being official champions of the first United Nations Food Systems Summit. Today, I continue that journey as a member of the UN Food Systems Advisory Board, working with the Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, of the United Nations. What these roles have shown me is the interconnectivity of everything: human health, animal health and welfare, and a thriving environment. They're inseparable. You can't have one without the other. And consider this: the single biggest contributor to climate change is our food system. It accounts for up to a third of global greenhouse gas emissions, which means if we want to tackle climate change, we need to start with what we eat, how we produce it, and how we value the natural world. Food and the way it's produced is central to all our futures. This was brought home to me one spring when I was out walking, and I could see the interconnectivity in an unexpected way. It was early one morning, and there was a tractor pulling a plough. It went back and forth, ploughing its lonely furrow. Behind the tractor, dust clouds spiraled up and caught the sun, creating an aura, a timeless symbol of the season. Only something was wrong. Something was missing. The tractor was on its own. There were no screeching gulls or birds of any description following that plough in search of worms. So I took a closer look to see what was going on, and the tractor, as it ploughed across a footpath, gave me a bird's eye view of the newly upturned soil. As I stared down, do you know what I saw? Nothing. No worms, no beetles or bugs desperate to get back into their world turned upside down. The soil was lifeless. It was like sand. We could have been walking on the moon. That field should have had millions of worms in every hectare, in every patch of land the size of a soccer pitch. There should have been 13,000 species of life with a collective weight of an elephant, 5 tons. But instead, there was nothing. The field was being planted industrially, growing maize, common crop used for animal feed. It was being treated with chemical pesticides and artificial fertilizers. The soil had degenerated, become lifeless, and was washing away into the river. It reminded me of seeing these flowing green oceans of maize corn, as one of the farmers in the American Midwest of Nebraska described it to me, much of which was destined for the feed troughs of factory farmed chickens, pigs, and cattle. I remember seeing feedlots, hundreds of cows and calves, standing in barren pens, not a blade of grass in sight. Despite the hot summer sun, they had no shade. I watched as they jostled in the searing heat for respite, trying to get into each other's shadow. It was a potent example of damaging forms of agriculture. Scientists warn that we have just years left to solve climate change, yet planet damaging agriculture is responsible for more greenhouse gases than the direct emissions of all the world's planes, trains, and cars put together. The use of chemical sprays for growing feed crops intensively has led to a decline in pollinating insects that are vital for the very existence of a third of all our food. Antibiotics, more than two-thirds of which are fed largely to intensive farmed animals, could soon stop working. And then there's the effect on the soil that we've just described. The UN has warned that if we carry on as we are, then soils could be depleted within just a few decades. No soil, no food. Game over. So, with the future of our children at stake, the big question for all of us is how can we turn this around and fast? And the great news is you all know the answers. You are the answer. And the answer lies firmly in embracing climate smart, nature friendly farming. It lies in restoring farmed animals to nature friendly farms using regenerative agroecological organic practices, with animals kept on pasture, turning grass into food for people, with pigs and chickens also eating spoilt food or leftovers, effectively recycling them, thereby adding to our food basket and ending the competition between animals and people for food. Keeping animals regeneratively would transform animal welfare. It would boost farmland wildlife. It would take carbon out of the atmosphere and turbo boost soil fertility, creating ideal conditions for bumper harvests tomorrow. Switching to these soil enhancing farming methods holds out the possibility of giving a boost to food production. According to the UNFAO, with sustainable soil management, we could produce up to 58% more food. Scientific analysis shows that organic farming increases yields in the global south, where they're needed most, on average by 80% more than industrial farming. Scientists have concluded then that developing countries could increase their food security with organic agriculture. As you lead, I encourage you to keep sight of what I call the three North Star principles for a future fit food system. The first is feeding people first. The world already produces enough food to feed everyone, yet systematic inefficiencies and inequities means that crops that could feed billions of people are wasted as animal feed. The second is consumption within planetary boundaries. These are not abstract scientific concepts. Reducing the amount of animal-sourced foods eaten in high-consuming countries, parts of the world like America and Europe, is essential if we're to ensure that what we consume doesn't cost the earth. And the third principle is One Health. Future-fit food systems that embed high animal health and welfare and thriving ecosystems together as essential for human well-being. But there's something equally important. believing in yourself. Change begins with conviction. And we should ask ourselves, where can I make the most impact? It might be in your community, your country, or on the global stage. Wherever it is, know that your voice matters. Your ideas matter. And your courage to act matters most of all. As you move forward, remember this. Food is not just fuel, it's a force that can be healing or harming, depending on how we choose to shape it. But together, we can build a food system that nourishes people, protects animals, and restores the planet. That is the future we all deserve, and the future you are helping to create. If I may, I leave you with the words of former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. Saving our planet, lifting people out of poverty, advancing economic growth. These are one and the same fight. We must connect the dots between climate change, water scarcity, energy shortages, global health, food security, and women's empowerment. Solutions to one problem must be solutions for all. Thank you, mentor cohorts, for your dedication, your passion, and your belief in a better world. Let's make it happen, starting today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my very good brother and friend. I'm so glad to listen. I mean, I got your three takeaways. The first being one health. One health because I'll take you detail. One health we talk without this good soil, we cannot have good crops. Without good health of animals, we cannot have good health and human health. So those three, one health program is very, very important. Thank you. Underscore that fact and equally echo the fact that the food systems process is ongoing. I'm kicking very well. So thank you very much. Before I give the floor to the next speaker, I want us to listen to the president of the World Bank. I took this video directly from Facebook. He's saying what he's saying is very important, especially at this moment where we are, because um, they work, the World Bank does support member states. And I want my mentees right here to be able to know that the world is behind what they are doing, and they are very, very positive and making sure that they be supported to what on all the efforts they are putting on. So let me try to share my screen if possible, so we all see and listen to what he said few days ago, which was very important to all of us. 1 second. Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. I'm really great. I'm really glad to have you, and I think everybody got your message. Let
You,
me
sir.
see. What was one? Am I doing this thing now? Whew. It's a very important message for all of us, please. Eh, I forgot just to share screen at this day. So perhaps I will show that. Okay, let me see. I think this should be it. Yeah. Yep. This is the message. So let's just give a listening ear to this speech of his.
Even we can't hear anything.
It's not audible. We can't hear.
We can't hear. It's not
I
audible.
think I was just share the stuff on the stuff. It's not a problem. Thank you. So Basically, what he was explaining is that Africa, the world, that the developing world has the ingredients. I'm repeating his words. The developing world has the ingredients, meaning it has the people, it has the land, and it has the technology. Now, it has the resources and the manpower. But he says that Africa alone has 65% arable land uncultivated, which means that it's a potential. It has the young people. Asia, India, where you said that India has the farms are being owned by smallholder farmers. They have the technology. They have to scale up. And in Latin America, they produce massively, but they need the infrastructure. So that's why he's calling everybody to look at all this potential and take, personal, initiative to get this fast tracked and more production. With this, I'm gonna give the floor to my very good friend Mike. Mike actually is he's gonna introduce himself better. I met Mike on the plane many years ago. I think that's why I met Mike on the plane. Because usually one of the things I've learned, mentorship is key. People that sit by you in buses or in cars and everything, there are people you should talk to. So I'm that person. I spoke to Mike. I said, Mike, how you doing? Mike said, fine. We exchanged contacts. Mike landed, and then when we left the plane, everybody went to destination. It's about 10, 15 years ago. We kept discussion to today. So, Mike, please, I want to give you the floor. Give your 3 minutes intervention to everyone. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Like he said, my name is Dr. Mike Nasamu. Unfortunately, I will not be able to share my screen because the network is terrible today in Abuja, Nigeria. I currently work with the Coalition for Africa Rights Development as a senior regional advisor covering English-speaking West Africa countries and East Africa countries, English-speaking as well. My friend Divine had asked me to just speak quickly on the importance of internship and mentorship. And I said internship and mentorship are a powerful tool to turn potential into performance. Young people are the future of any nation and must therefore be guided not to make common mistakes in life which a mentor may have made. And as we graduate this cohort this afternoon or today, I pray that they will all have mentors that will guide them aright. So why internship? Internship is nothing than learning by doing. Internship help young people to gain real world experience, not just certificates. Certificates are not as important as skills. So, for example, my mechanic who fixed my car, it doesn't have certificate, but he has the skills. And every time I go to him to fix my car, the internship helps youth to discover their strengths early and work to perform them, to perfect them. No beating about the bush. Once you are intern and you are serious, you can get to where you are going very easily. Number three is that it teaches workplace discipline, teamwork, and problem solving capability. By understanding others, the way you are going, the journey becomes very simple and very easy for you. And number three is that employer prefer candidates who have practical skills which can be gotten through internships. Certificate will take you to where you are going to, but skill will help to maintain you where you get there. So, what is a mentor? A mentor is somebody that has learned from experience. A mentor is someone who has walked the path you are about to walk and he has the experience. Therefore, your mentor will guide you so that you don't make the mistakes that he has made. Number two is that a mentor helps you to avoid common mistakes by navigating the road so you achieve your dream faster. Number three, a mentor provides career guidance, encouragement, and accountability. Knowing that someone is watching over your shoulder creates that discipline for you to be able to walk aright. The final one is that one mentor can change the direction of a young person's life because he sees what you may not be able to see at your young age. Finally, internship gives exposure, mentorship gives direction, and together it helps youth grow faster. So to conclude, I will say that internship plus mentorship equals to sustainable employment, empowerment. Thank you very much. I was given 3 minutes, and I believe I was able to deliver in the 3 minutes. Back to you,
Absolutely.
Brother Divine. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed. And of course, Mike has proven himself. He has been able to give a consultancy position to one of the mentors, to one of the interns. You know, he has been working with that intern for since June to the end of this year. So it's just to say that, and it was not free, it was being paid. So it's to say that we have people who have committed and dedicated their lives to make sure that they empower young people to the next generation. Thank you very much, Mike, on behalf of the entire network. With this, I'm going to give the floor now to my very, very good friend. Of course, we have been listening from men. Let me skip Sadiq first, and then I'll give the floor to Jane first. Jane, my very good friend. Jane, please, you have the floor. I know very well. I don't need to remind everyone, but I know the work you've been doing forever with USAID. I know the work you've been doing in Uganda. I know the work you've been doing across the world to ensuring that young people are at the front. I know Jane for many years. Jane, actually, of course, let me just say it in a little bit. Don't quote me anywhere. Jen together, Jen, I mean, I contributed to the climate strategy of the United States. She's worked for USAID for so long. So she just ended her contract of recent, yeah. So I think Jen, thank you very much. She decided to change the life way of work, you know. So thank you, Jen, for all what you've been doing. You've been supporting CSAYN for many years. Since inception, you've been there. The first day you met me, you met us, you said, no, we're going to support yourself. I had a meeting with you. We made it. I can never forget this. You had a meeting with us. You told us, Divine, this is the other way I can advise you guys to get things done. Make sure impact is the key. Not just having many people on the board, but the impact on the ground. And that's why we decided to move from country coordinators to centers of excellence, where we work with smallholder farmers, institutions of learning, and bring internship and mentorship to proximity. Jane, you have the floor.
You're too kind, Divine. And I don't think anyone on the planet can keep up with you. So I did my best to add my part. And I want to say warm greetings to all of you on this call from chilly Maryland in the Washington, D.C. area of the U.S. I'm Jane Lowicki Zuka. Most recently, I served for many years as senior youth advisor in USAID, where I worked to help the United States pursue programs and policies that strengthen work with youth as key partners in nutrition-sensitive and sustainable agri-food and water systems. And this particularly involved an initiative called Feed the Future, which even in 2023 alone facilitated the contributions of over 4 million young people in food systems with the strong and I hoped growing influence or focus on climate smart agriculture and the development of more and better green jobs, especially for youth and women. And I'm here to join my voice along with others today to say a big congratulations to you all for your achievement in completing your internship. Go Cohort 4. You are a huge inspiration, and I hope my presence is just one more indication. Oh, there you go. Hey, that's it. Now there's not going to be any surprises if you put that up on the screen, Divine. Just one more indication that even in the small corners of the world far away, there are people who care about you and your success and your well-being and represent a wide network to connect with as you move forward. So a couple of key messages for today. Sometimes, especially when you graduate, you feel a big weight on your shoulders to have all of the answers about your future and how to overcome the many challenges that lie ahead. I advise you to take a deep breath and to know that you don't have to know exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life or have all of the answers right now. And throughout life, you just have to decide what to try next and to learn from that. So to have a vision and ideas about the next steps in your life and work, but to take the tools, the knowledge and experience you've gained and try things out. So be prepared to learn and pivot and change direction as needed in your particular situation, and then try again. And flexibility, resilience, and being a lifelong learner are really key. Now, my next top message for this occasion might sound a little blunt, but it's important, and that's why I chose it. Do your best to get paid and to stand up for decent work. Achieving environmental and food and water security objectives must involve the achievement of decent work and sustainable livelihoods for a growing number of young people and women especially. So I encourage you to stay very focused on how your and other people's jobs are impacted by your approaches, including through a One Health lens. And ask yourself, how will my job and other people's jobs change with the vision I have and the approaches I'm using? Will there be more or less work? What will the quality of this work be? Will it be decent? Can all of it be green, whatever we're calling green? Or are there trade-offs to deal with? Will all people, including young women, be able to participate and make a living? And what do they need in order to do so? If you and others are ultimately not better off, you will need to make adjustments, perhaps through policy changes or new partnerships. And I encourage you to be ready to tell the story of what works for you and what doesn't work for you in your context. And we will learn together how to end poverty with better jobs that also deliver better food, water, and environmental systems, and vice versa. So thank you for your leadership. All the best. I look forward to hearing from your learning from your journeys and hearing more about you as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be with you today.
Thank you, my very good friend. I mean, I think the message is clear. The message is very clear, and really, your journey has always been ensuring that young people are at the front line of all the work you do. And really, thank you for your support, indeed. Let me give the floor to my very good friend Sadiq. Here, here is actually a seasoned, scientist. He's looking at, AI. He's bringing all of that together. He's bringing citizen science together. He's bringing, doing a lot of research. Thank you, my brother, for being part of this. And I want to give you the floor to take the next.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, all the speakers, Rebecca, Philip, Dr. Rebecca, for such an inspirational talks. Good morning, everyone from United States of America. I am like Sandeep from North Carolina, and I have a long history of working for federal organization, working with science and technology that Divine was saying. First, I would like to sincerely thank GCSAYN and Divine for the invitation and for the impactful work you are doing through this internship and mentorship program. To the graduates of GCSAYN Cohort 4, congratulations. I heard from Divine and the team that these interns are all the best of all time. Completing this program is an achievement and you should be very proud of yourself. This is a first step to start your career in a meaningful way. As I'm saying, my background is in artificial
Angel,
machine learning and remote sensing, where
kabarına
satellite
niyetine
data
malal tiichi kara.
to understand what is happening on the Earth's surface. You might ask, how does this connect to agriculture? Okay, here is my answer. Today, agriculture is no longer about the soil. It's about the data, technology, and innovation. Today, we are in a growing world of technology, and we are fortunate to be in this era. As I come from technology with a science background, I strongly believe when technology meets science, it leads to smarter, more efficient, more sustainable farming, securing enough food, etc. In simple terms, science helps to understand why things happen. Technology helps us to apply knowledge to scale. So through AI and satellite imagery, we can monitor crop health, predict yield, manage water resources, detect drought early, and support climate smart agriculture. These tools helps farmers and decision makers respond faster and make better and quicker decisions and choices. This means agriculture now needs youth professionals who are adaptable, tech aware, and solution oriented, just like you. People like you, whether you work in farming, agribusiness, policy makers, research, your skills can help to build the society more resilient and sustainable food system. As you work towards your goals, remember that the market and technology are evolving very quickly. Last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, we have seen that there is a rapid growth and rapid improvement in the technology. To stay competitive, commit to continuous learning, be curious about new roles, open to innovations, and willing to adapt. Go to the conferences, read the research papers, try to understand what things have been lacking in the work that we are doing. You don't need to expert in everything, but understand how technology can support agriculture, which will give you a strong advantage. Finally, do not grow alone. Whatever you learned at GCSAYN, share with others. Use the mentorship, network, and collaborations you have gained through GCSAYN. Learning from others and working together will accelerate your impact. The future of agriculture depends on innovation, collaboration. Young leaders like you go forward and make a meaningful impact. Keep learning, stay adaptable, and the future with purpose. I wish again you all great success as you take your next steps. Congratulations once again, Cohort 4. Go Cohort 4. Thank you. And if you have anything, I am always here in terms of any research internships that you wanted to always reach Divine, and I will be here to support the org and the support the interns. Thank you so much, Divine, for having me
Thank
here.
you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. In fact, I just want the interns themselves to see that everybody, that the issue of saying young people should be given the seat at the table is no more an agenda. So, and I told the interns and mentees that that is not, complaining is not a strategy to success.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
believing in oneself, as you said, is key, because if we don't believe in ourselves, we can't believe in our fellow neighbors or even the shopkeepers everywhere around us. So that's the key message. I want to thank you, my brother, for this strong message. And really, it's gone straight to the heart of this intern. With this, I'll give the floor to my very good sister and mentor as well, Professor Becky. I call her Becky. Her name is Rebecca, but I call her Becky. She is an amazing leader. From the day one, we connected, had a meeting from Pennsylvania when I was in Pennsylvania for a meeting for the NAAA. I met her colleagues there. I took the business cards. I came back to Columbus. I sent an email and I connected. And while I was on campus, we had a meeting with the entire team of the Globe team. And she actually said to me, Divine, we're going to support what we're doing. We have been watching you and we're going to support. Thank you, Professor Rebecca Boger, for this. And we are really glad to have you as a partner. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Divine, and all of the mentees and mentors for the wonderful work that you're doing. I apologize, I'm late. I'm don't know what time zone I'm in right now. so I do apologize. I've been to Africa. I went to the United Nations Environmental Assembly in Nairobi, and then I've been at AGU. I'm sorry I missed connecting with Sandeep, but we will connect.
Yeah, just saying about.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't have a prepared speech, and I've been listening to all of the other speakers, and I don't really have a whole lot to add. They were very thorough in you at young people really to take advantage of the opportunities that are made available to you. Always question. Ask questions and question the assumptions that are being made about how things are done in the world. Think outside of the box, because these are challenging times, but you will have the creativity and the leadership to overcome those challenges. I just want to add, when I was in Africa, and I went to South Africa and met with various people, and as well while I was in Nairobi, Kenya at UNEA. And speaking of Africa, but I think this is going to be resonate with other regions around the world, there is a sense that Africa is ready to shine. It's ready to leap forth to be a global leader. It's coming into its own. And these are through youth like yourselves, through the opportunities, through new technologies, the opportunities of thinking outside of the box. So while the challenges are great that we face, the ability to overcome them are even greater. And that is through the brilliance of all of you working together to overcome these challenges. And I have great faith that you and others will overcome the challenges that we have. And food in particular is obviously an incredibly important one that brings all of Earth's systems, climate change, soils, weather, distribution, economies of scale. Food is a key one to making this world a safer and better place to live in. So thank you for your brilliance. Divine, you're on mute.
Yeah, so that's the picture when she was in Africa at UNIA. Yes, she was with Lois and then with Lucia at the side events. She actually presented the work she is doing with young people with science, citizen science, all of that. So these are some students, mentees that we accredited to come for UNIA right here. So I want to thank you very much, Becky, for being there and always be ready to support the work we're doing. Thank you very much indeed. I want to move over to my next speaker. I hope he's here. But before I do that, I want to do a transition because it's not just good to be listening, it's not a lecture. So I have to now move to my very good friend, one testimony from an intern who is now working for the United Nations head office. He was the first cohort, if I'm not mistaken, or the second. So Gilbert, you have the floor, please. Make it very short.
Hello, thank you, Divine. My name is Gilbert Wabunoha. It's a privilege to be part of this celebration today. Not only as a previous intern like everyone graduating today, but also as a young person like all of you. My passion for sustainability, not just in agriculture, but across the board, really started in school. We were doing a lot of volunteer programs, and I got to see how people lived in comparison to how I lived. But mainly through school, I liked economics, and it was really my driver towards, I guess, where I've led to today. I came into contact with Mr. Divine in, I believe, 2021. And I continued the internship through 21 into 22. This was in between my bachelor's and my master's. And we worked on a number of things. Mainly I was in working in terms of capacity building within the GCSAYN. But after everything was said and done, I reached out to Mr. Divine again on what CSN was going on with. This was about 2023, 2024. And he led me on in two more things, and we've been working together for the last year or so. But it was a stepping stone to what eventually I did this year, which was to intern at United Nations Economic and Social Affairs, where we worked on integrated national financing frameworks for about 4 small island states. And it gave me a lot of insight into not only the grassroots programs, the grassroots communities, but also how systems are created and operated at the higher levels. And I really learned a lot, but all in all said, I believe this all started from the belief that Mr. Divine had in me, as well as the belief I had in myself. So as all the interns, mentees are graduating today, I want you to remember that your time at CSAYN has equipped you with skills, but more importantly, it has shown you a mission, a vision, a mission to pursue your purpose, whichever individual purpose you may decide to take on, with perseverance, not only to succeed, but also to endure the setbacks that you may come across along the journey. And to add to that, it's more important also to remember and take on the people that are often left behind and unfortunately left behind. So take on your purpose, keep persevering, but remember to not leave people behind. Thank you so much. Congratulations once again. Thank you, Divine.
Thank you, my brother. I want to say for him to as he's finishing, he was studying in London. He just came back to Africa to, I think, 1 week or 2 weeks ago or so, if I'm not mistaken. And he didn't stop there. He has developed the 5-year strategy for CSAYN already, 2026, 2030. So it's just an example. The power of internship, the power of mentorship. Success does not depend on your certificate. It depends on who actually mentors you, which supervisor does that.
But he's
It's very,
in campus.
I didn't meet yourself. I didn't meet yourself. So I think it's very important for us to note. Please, if you're not speaking, mute yourself, please. So I think it's a very important success story which we're gonna be propagating all over. Life is not about father or mother or whatever. Everything depends on you. So if you don't make yourself, if you don't make yourself valuable, nobody's gonna value you. So I just want to say, Gilbert, a big thank you on behalf of the entire CSAYN board member, entire scientific committee, entire partners, supporters, and everyone across the globe. You are an example. You didn't end there. You decided to mentor some of these mentees that are graduating today. That is what they call the power, of giving back to community. Thank you very much for your resilience. Thank you very much. I'm really, really grateful for this. With this, I'm gonna give the floor. I'm gonna move straight forward because of time to the success story from the mentees themselves. One mentee gonna talk on behalf of all of them because of time. So, Rumelia, are you on this call?
Yes, sir.
Put on your camera and you have the floor. You're going to speak on behalf of all the mentees and all the interns because of time, unfortunately. Put on your camera. Put on your camera. Actually, Romelia turned out to be the overall best. She's 19 years old, as I earlier mentioned. She's studying Kaduna State University. Even if you're going to watch why she's doing, I don't know if the video is here. I think it will be better for me to project the video for us to actually leverage on that, because maybe she may have network issues. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Is it muted or what? So go ahead, Rumelia. Can you speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Hello.
go ahead. After that, I'm going to project the video. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Rumela Nurechaya.
Be audible. Be audible.
A true on the
Be
level.
audible.
Okay, sir. A true on the level on undergraduate student at Kaduna State University. I'm thrilled to share the incredible journey I have undertaken, transforming aspiration into technical achievement through the session is not just a personal reflection. It is a testament to the power of guidance, learnings, and resilience.
Please mute yourself. If you're not speaking now, remove it from the call. Please.
And unwavering commitment to making difference in climate agriculture. My basic line skills and knowledge before joining the GCSAYN. Before I have strong theoretical knowledge from university course load, fundamental understanding of crop cultivation practices, early stages of professional and connection. My fundamental experience during internship. Initial exposure to climate agriculture practices and youth outreach. Began connecting with peers and mentors in the field. My mentorship journey with GCSAYN. My key learnings during the mentorship program is one-on-one guidance from the experienced professions, opportunities for collaboration project work. The slide for graphical representation, I want to explain it. Yes. As you can see, here is a comparative graphical representation of my skills development, demonstrating tangible progress. The dark green bars indicate my skills level from before the mentorship, while the light green bars indicate after the mentorship. So my skill level in climate smart practices was 4 points before joining the mentorship, and now it is 9 points after the mentorship. My skills level in project management was 3 points before the mentorship, and now it is 8.5 after the mentorship. Project country. Below are areas I contributed in project enhancing my skills into measurable impacts. I conducted research on drought resistance crops, contributing to a 15% increase in proposed farm resilience. Manage data for a local impact assessment, improving data accuracy by 30% for reporting purpose. The next slide.
Rumilia, which one? This one? Which one? This one? I think her internet is failing. So basically, that's what she has done. I'm going to share this with everyone because of time. I'll share with everyone. I just want to say she was actually the best overall. Overall, she was the best. And the reason I'm saying this is that they're not going to end there. Their life is not going to end at the internship level. We had about 100 interns, but only few went to the mentorship program. So all the mentees, there were many of them, but only few were successful. So the certificate is not going to be given to everybody that took part in the mentorship or internship program. Only those that were outstanding, because they are actually going to be taking the brand of GCSAYN ahead. So many interns, many mentees were here, but they were joking. So this is a testimony to prove that some of them were not joking. So she has plotted a graph of her achievements, the life skills she acquired, and the technical skills she acquired, and it was so impactful. And of course, to second this, I actually recommended her to attend the North American Association Environmental Education Conference 2026. That was virtual. Every year is in the United States. So next year, our plan and my plan with her is that she has to come and attend this event in person because she has proven. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing for all the successful mentees. Apart from her, I had Lagarde, who is not here or who is here but is not going to speak because of time. So he was equally very outstanding for the internship. So Lagarde, the best intern comes from Arvis, Rift Valley National Polytechnic, Kenya. He was the best intern within the period June to August or September. Then Rumilia was actually the overall, and I just want to say thank you for that. The internship and mentorship most importantly, because she went through both of them. I don't want to be too biased. She was the best mentee 2025. So they're gonna have different certificates. We're gonna send their certificates to all of them, all those that were successful in their emails. Not all the interns we had will be having certificates. Not all the mentees will be having certificates from us. It is not a market where you go to and buy what you want to do. But we want to see those that have been impacted. They're going to give this certificate to actually make sure that they use this for their future, to make sure that the mentorship continues at that point. So I'm just going to close here by sharing this video of what we prepared for this internship program, and that's going to give after that I'm going to give one or two key remarks. I give back the floor to some of the speakers to give their key remarks, and then we're going to end from there and wish everybody a happy new year. So just give me a few seconds to project this video. I hope it is. It's not. Sorry. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Is to say life is about what you want. Nobody defines your pathway. You define your pathway by yourself. And I'm glad. I told them in the beginning of the internship, I told them that I'm going to monitor them myself. I'm going to do everything by myself because I know the strength of what, of how, where mentorship took me. So I can't joke with that. So I told them, those that listen, they listen. Those that some of them did not listen, which is normal, because not everybody that goes to church will go to heaven. It's the same thing. May say many are many are chosen, but few, many are called, but few are chosen. So that's just the principle of life. I'm not the one starting it. Right in the Bible and the Quran is right there. So this was being prepared by the mentees themselves. It was being prepared by them, not by me. I don't know IT. So they did that by themselves. This is the power of internship and mentorship. She was the overall best young Center of Excellence leads. The overall. That's Rema. That's Lagat from Arvis, the best intern. That's Andrew, the one of the most committed from the University of Zambia. That's my very good friend, I call him Igwe, Natalia from Lawtech. She normally she didn't have to put it, but it's got the Ambassador Hans talking. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this.
Divine, we can't hear anything. Divine, we can't hear anything.
Can you please share the audio? We can't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, okay, I will do that. I'll do that. All right, I will do that. Apologies, sorry, I'm not very good at it, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna share that with everyone. So, I mean, with this, I want to share my screen with the last part of it, which is actually the outstanding, interns and mentors. Let everybody see where we come from. I think let me see. Oh shit. I have a. Anyway, let me just say from my mind. It's not this. It's not. So Kaduna State University was the most active center of excellence and the youngest across 2022, 2025. So they're going to be receiving a certificate of recognition from us as well to this effect. Harvard was the most committed and the most committed and the most strategic supportive institution across for 2020 for 2025 and beyond since they joined 2022. That's why they are hosting the secretariat of CSAYN. And of course, I'm gonna go I think 1 second. Yeah, the next thing I want to say is that we have you have the University of Pretoria is equally one of those that were actually so supportive. You have Eye for Nature in Europe has been our strong supporter as well, a center of excellence. You have the university, the government college, the government, the government women's college in India has been the overall as well as far as mentorship and supporting the agenda for CSAY is concerned. All these institutions will be receiving certificates, specific certificates signed by myself, signed by Ambassador Hans, and signed by the Secretary General, who is Anand Derry from the United States. All them from Canada, all the mentors that were committed. We have the list. They will all receive certificates from signed by me and the two other people I mentioned. All the interns that have been successful, I've put the key word there is successful interns, and the key word there is outstanding mentees. They're going to receive certificates from the co-chairs of the global co-chairs for the SIP program. SIP program is the Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network Education Exchange Program. That is Dr. Katie from South Africa, and they have Linda from Ghana, and you have Dominico as well, and of course myself. So 4 people will be signing that certificates. There'll be 2 different certificates, 2 different, totally different. So I just want to say thank you for everyone for being part of this process. Thank you for always being there to support the work we're doing. And I want to say that we have started a very long journey. For those who are not aware, the trees behind me is not Photoshop. Those are trees are planted in 2014 in Uganda, 2014. These are trees are planted. That's an example of determination. That's an example of commitment. That's an example of taking, believing in oneself. I believed in my dream. I believe in my dream. So I just want to say that it's not being in the United States that you succeed. It's not being in Europe. It's not being anywhere, but it's being where you decide to make yourself America, where you make yourself Europe. So believe in yourself. Believe in where you find yourself. That is the key word. Believe in yourself. Those trees today is feeding the whole school, it's feeding the teachers, avocados, jackfruits, everything. They have the orange is right there. So please, colleagues, I just want to say that great work has been done. But not by me alone. I had a team. These interns, they have been so supportive. That's why all of them are joining my secretariat. They're going to be supported. As I say supported, the word support is a lot, material, financially, to achieve their highest potential. Some of them, I'm already looking for some PhD programs for them. For those who are finishing PhDs, I'm already discussing. I have one CA down on the call. He represented us at the BSS, that is the British Society of Soil Science Annual Conference. He was the speaker. I handed a certificate to the BSS on my behalf. He was my personal assistant in Cameroon before going to London. So they are successful young people. So the issue we want to say here, I'm not going to be part of the framework of the meetings where people say, give young people the seat at the table. That is no more something to talk about. You have seen for yourself that they have already taken the leadership. So let's walk the talk. They are ready. You see, Romania is an example. 19 years old. She's 19 years, the youngest. She's 19 years old. across all the interns and mentorships, is the youngest, but the most eloquent. I just wish we had time to listen to our video, but I'm going to share all of this on a drive for you, all of you to have a copy. It was a success. I just want to say thank you very much indeed. I know it's a weekend. Happy holiday to everyone. Enjoy your holiday. Make sure when you are crossing over, you cross over with new ideas. Make sure you believe in yourself. Romelia, I want to tell you as a personal note, on behalf of everybody, the board members, I want to tell you we are proud of you. I see, you are 22, 23. You were leading 2 centers of excellence by yourself. And it happened that they were my primary school and my high school in Cameroon. So I just want to say thank you for that. All the mentees, Ayon Mercy, I have all of you, Glory, Nanga Clara, all of you on this call. I can't call all of you because of the time, but I want to say thank you. I want to equally recognize the centers of excellence right here on the call. Dr. Francis, thank you very much for this resilient support. Thank you, Dr. Kali, Professor Ibrahim from Kaduna State. Thank you for all of you that have joined this meeting. I know this is a very, very important moment, but you've decided to take this leadership. You decided to take the bull by the horns to let everybody know that it's not only about money, but it's about mentoring these young people, transforming their lives. Because what we are doing today is a story to tell everyone. We have offered internship to primary school students. We have offered internship to high school students, which does not happen across the world. We have done that. We have proven that young people are the leaders. We have proven that young people have the skills. We have proven that young people have the unlocked potential. And that's why, Professor Becky, I want to say thank you to you meaningfully. Sadiq, I want to say thank you. Sharif, I want to say thank you. Unfortunately, Sharif, because of time, I couldn't give you time to talk, but I know very well that you and your team in the UAE are all in support of the work you're doing. So maybe let me just give you 1 minute to say a word on behalf of your entire team. Sharif, please, on behalf of your entire team, just give your closing remarks. Sharif, please, 1 minute, you have the floor.
So Divine, the floor is mine, right?
Yes, sir. Can you put your camera, sir?
Oh, great. Well, let me just open my camera.
Yes.
Less than 1 minute. I'm not.
Go ahead, sir.
So thank you so much, Divine, and I'd like to thank you all for this opportunity, and I'd like to congratulate all of you on this amazing occasion. My name is Shweet, and I'm representing ClimateFi. So ClimateFi is a UAE-based climate tech startup, and we actually have an MOU with the organization and with Divine and the rest of the team. So we'd like to thank you so much. When it comes to the opportunities that are ahead of you, I'd like to let you know that there are actually so many opportunities. Like if you would like to join Yongo, which is the official constituency on youth, which is affiliated to the UNFCCC. There is also the youth group under UNEP, and there's the youth constituency under UNCCD. So there are actually multiple choices ahead of you, which will give you the opportunity to join international platforms, to get the opportunity to whether get jobs, get trainings, get internships, and to get represented on the international level. So I'm not gonna take much time because Divine has given me 1 minute, which I assume is enough to communicate my message. So thank you, Divine, and I'd like to congratulate all of you, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. I thought it was important because the MOU will be signed next week. I just wanted to be fair to you to say that we are welcoming you all in the UAE, all the MENA countries with 2 hands. It's not about whatsoever, but it's about strong partnership. And that's why when we're designing the goals in 2012, one of the key things we're looking upon is how do we make sure all the member states, even the voiceless, are being heard within the process. I want to say thank you for joining. UAE being on board is a big opportunity for us because we want to let other young people in the UAE know that it's not going there illegally, going to be doing odd jobs. You can actually leverage your potential. I want my members to go to the UAE on mission, to go support, to go educate the other young people, to exchange ideas. And that's one of the reasons we're openly going to sign this MOU next week without any resistance. So I want to say thank you. I want to say special thanks to Philip. Philip, of course, you are part of the UNSF secretariat process and all of that. I just want to say, take this message and let Stefanos and colleagues be aware that we are fully, and Nadine, Nadine from IFAD, we are fully involved in this process. We are fully ready to get this happen. You've seen for yourself, this is testimony. So let me give you the closing remark, and I give one closing remark to Francis, who is the coordinator for Africa Center of Excellence. Then we close the meeting. We have 4 minutes to go over. So, Philip, over to you, please. Philip, over to you. You're muted. You're muted.
Just to say thank you so much to everyone for the great inspiration and for creating a new food future for all of us. Keep going. Congratulations to all the mentor cohorts for this year. Brilliant job. And Divine, thank you so much for your leadership. Amazing stuff. Incredible. Keep it going. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Indeed. Let me give the floor to Francis to close. Francis, you have the last word. It's really the last word. Dr. Francis. Perhaps it's not good to talk. Let me give the floor to Professor Ibrahim. Professor Ibrahim, please close this floor for us on behalf of all the centers of excellence.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Divine. Thank you, everyone on this call. On behalf of all the centers of excellence, I want to say we are most grateful to Divine's leadership. Divine is actually God sent. All the things he's mentoring our youth on are very, very important, especially in this day and age when emphasis is on climate smart agriculture. You know, the conventional agriculture is affecting the environment, affecting diversity, affecting many things. And so a swift change to climate smart agriculture will actually help the humanity, will help the earth itself, and is a welcome idea. We're indeed grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We pray that higher heights will be your portion in the name of Jesus. Thank you.
And of course, Romania is from Kaduna State. And that's why I gave you the floor. To say that the work you guys have been doing is not a small job to underpin. And Irene, I don't know if she's here as well. Irene, are you on this call? I'm sorry, it's the last one. We have 2 minutes left. Irene, are you on this call?
Yes, I am, Edie.
Yes, go ahead, please. You have 1 minute because yeah, go ahead. On
All
behalf
right,
of the
thank
principal.
you. Yeah, thank you very much, Edie, for the opportunity. I want to congratulate all the graduates today, those who have been going through internship. Indeed, this is a serious milestone. And it's not just the end of a program, it's the beginning of a journey, as the Edie has said. So throughout what you have been going through as interns, you have demonstrated commitment, resilience, and a willingness to learn. So as you graduate today, please remember that what you have learned is knowledge that is very powerful. And when you use it well, you will to serve others and carry forward the values of integrity, teamwork that you have learned. This will go a long way in shaping other youth and also contributing to lifelong experiences. So I want to wish you all the best. And from Rift Valley National Polytechnic, we celebrate your achievements and believe in your potential to shape a better future. Thank you very much, Edie.
Thank you very much. My usual protocol is that I will try to take a screenshot. Let my students, let my mentees, my colleagues now, there are no more mentees or interns, they are now colleagues. So let my colleagues take a screenshot. You know, Nathaniel, all of you take a screenshot or a screenshot of everyone here, and then we go on social media and push it as much as possible. You deserve the best. So we're gonna give you the best. And of course, across all the internship and mentorship program, this is the ever best cohort, because you're coming at the point where the entire world is transitioning to a new agenda. You know, the UN80 initiative, you know, you have all these processes, the Pact for Future going into action. All of this going to be synchronized to one objective, which is addressing food system transformation and going to feeding Africa, feeding the world, feeding Europe, feeding Asia. All of that needs to be done with you, not without you. That's why Ambassador Hans made it clear in his message. We need you. We need you than you need us. We need you the more. So we have to protect you. We have to provide for you. We have to support you, and we have to guide you towards the next level. With this, I want to say thank you very much, Professor Becky. Of course, I'm going to be calling you very soon. I know you're back here. I'm going to be calling you very soon. On behalf of everyone, thank you, colleagues. Thank you. God bless you the end of year. Let's make sure we stay home for those who are in the global north and Europe for winter. Let's make sure we do our best. Thank you, and looking forward to seeing you all in 2026, the year of ambition. So these young people, they are all, you know, baptized as the cohort of success, ambassadors of change. This is a cohort named ambassadors of change, because they're going to be changing from 2026. The action plan developed by Gilbert is going to be implemented by them, not by me, not by Professor Becky, not by Philip, not by Irene, by these mentees by themselves. And they're going to be the one to mentor cohort 6 Thank you very much, colleagues. Have a good weekend, and God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you so
Hi,
much.
everyone. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Bye. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And participant. What was that? One of these sentences. What is it?
Hilda, congratulations, okay? Make sure you all the mentees on the interns from Kaduna, from University of Kabianga join the WhatsApp group. Hilda, have you heard?
Yes,
Hilda,
yes, please. Yes.
congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. So all of you will expect your certificate on Monday because it's weekend. I have to rest as well. It's fair to
Yeah.
me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Abdullahi,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
very much for
much.
joining. Abdullahi, you see, your daughter has been outstanding. She's the overall best. Have you seen that? She's the overall best.